Hey guys, welcome back. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do two assignments. One is making a to-do list. This is my somewhat to-do list, whatever. We're gonna try to make it working. Yesterday we had a bad way of doing that, and today we're gonna try it a different way to apply that. So yeah, yeah. So if you're interested in that, now you know. All right. Let me see. We did it wrong yesterday. That's okay. What we're gonna do, we're gonna first do the HTML, right? Let me see. Okay. Okay. Great. So let's see here. We have a to do and a set to do. When we set to do, e-target value. But we wanted to add a to do in a certain environment, right? And we didn't need to do a lot. So add to do. Okay. Const add to do is this function, and what we do need to do here we wanted to do like set to do, and then we want to have some kind of argument. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, let's set an argument. New to do. I'm not sure, something like that. It's new to do, and it's like new to do. And what we want to do is we want to we already have it here, so we don't need that here. New to do. We're gonna map over it and to do. New to do, and we want to return. And then we want to return how would I do this? I think I'm gonna do it inline. I think that's the best way to do it. But then we should not use that to do. New to do. And then we're gonna do set to do map. We need to do this one, and we need to do have this one. Okay. New to do. Like something like that. Okay, and I want to return. I want to return a P, not that one. We want to return a P. Why is it not working? Oh, because of this. Let's return a new P tag. I'm not sure why it's stressing, but that is going to be the to do. That's going to be the to do, and I also want to have a button, and the button is going to name delete, and when you click, we don't have that function one. Delete to do. Just make it function already. Function. Delete to do. We don't have params yet, but we need an ID and to do, we need to make fragments happen. Okay, let's see with parentheses hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. This should be it. New to do is not defined. Then I should use this one. Maybe I should not fire a function. Oh, I have to. Okay, wait. So what is the problem exactly? I'm not sure why it's giving me an error, so I'm gonna ask DeepSeek for that. Okay. Okay. So I'm not saying that it's working, right? Like, let me be honest here. Okay, this is my answer. It's clearly wrong. I'm completely dumb. What's up? How are you? We're checking our mistakes. So we made a simple to do. I haven't done this in a year, so I have no idea how it works anymore. We made the filter, right? Which is correct. But we need to tap certain changes. So let's see how we're gonna do that. How are you doing? Oh, of course. And you don't need to set to do. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we're just reading. I'm not totally satisfied. We also have to do an add to do. We'll do it soon. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say const. Okay, we're gonna say add to do, and the params is gonna be do I need params? Yeah, not really. We're gonna do set to do. Gonna open a bracket. We're gonna spec what we already have, and obviously we need this, so we need a new use state. Let me see. Okay. And that's gonna be input. Oh. This is going to be an empty string. Okay, this one here. And instead of that, we're gonna change set input. Value is input. Of course, with small letters. I think that is how you do it, and then you can say set input. I think that's why erroring now. Expression expected. This is the expression. Oh, I'm building a billing, stock, and transaction project. That sounds really complex. Maybe it's not as complex with the language that you are using, but for JavaScript that can be pretty complex. Because you have to deal with live SSE. So SSE is a method to SSE is a method to send data from a server to the client, but it's only one way. Like it's one way and on another thread. So this is called SSE, and then usually we do the use on message method, but it's for JavaScript. I never done this, but I know it exists. That's what we would use if we want to build a live stocking tracking app. And transaction project is what we do more commonly, and billing as well. So okay, let's see what we did wrong here. Nothing I can say. What is wrong? Never. Not sure why it's airing out. It should be work. Oh, I think I know. Yeah, I think I know. Obviously. Okay, this should work. Okay, we don't get the value though, and delete also doesn't work. And the reason why the delete doesn't work is because we haven't set a unique identifier, which we will do soon. Have we done it right? The reason why this is not showing up is because I have to do this, and that will be fixed then. Great, that's working. Let's actually put some CSS inside of it. So let me think about it. Let's do import app CSS. Okay, does it change something? Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna give this a data attribute. Data to do item. Okay, we're gonna go to the app CSS, and we're gonna say display flex. That's the only thing what we need to do, to be honest. That's gonna not solve the issue. Let's see why. So let's go back to the application, which is to do. The reason why is because of this. Okay. Let's create a gap as well, so we have certain space. Also, let's make this like H3, so it's a little bit bigger. And let's go to the app 26, and let's put a gap of 16 pixels. Actually, that's set for rem. Okay, and actually, let's make a margin top of like 64 pixels. Okay, so there's a little bit of space, right? Now this doesn't work. Okay. And the reason why the delete key doesn't work is because the unique identifier is wrong. Okay, I'm using Python SQL. Are you good at SQL, by the way? Okay, so why is it wrong then? Correct filter logic. Let's compare it to what we have. Oh, I already know, probably. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Set to do. Let's filter. I think that is the issue. Okay, not yet. Why? Because we need to put parentheses overall. That's probably the solution. No. Nope. Okay. I don't know if I'm good or not. I learned SQL from school, so yeah. Well, you know, school and databases, they're pretty good at it. I also went to school for SQL. They're pretty decent. Okay. So let's compare ours to theirs. Let's see what we did wrong. To do, we have an index. Okay, we are using the same. Okay, set to do filter with the ID where I is not the same. This is correct. I don't see any difference aside from the key. Oh, it's a little bit shorter because, yeah, okay, because of the naming function. Yeah. Let me see. Let's create a new chat. Let's see what it says, because we're almost done. So I'm motivated. So oh yeah, clear input. Delete to do. Oh, okay, because I have to use this argument. Is that true? No, that's not true. Why are you lying? Okay, if we need to do set input, it's gonna be empty. Okay, let's see where the difference is. On click. Ah, I see. Of course. I'm not sure if it makes sense though. Let's see. Does it make sense? I have to think about it why though. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Oh, that should not happen. Okay, if input is an empty string, return. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. So it doesn't just create, right? Okay. So that is basically a to-do. It was more complex than I thought it would be. Especially for the part where here we have to provide the ID as well, because okay, no, never mind. Okay, so let's try that again, right? Let's assume that we're stupid again, right? So I'm gonna paste it somewhere here, and I'm gonna paste somewhere here, right? Whatever. I want to try that again. Now, why again? Because recruiters might ask this. Okay, and let's put it more like here. Okay, so what we want to do. Oh, okay. That messes with the yeah. Okay. Let me put it somewhere here. Whatever. Okay. Let's go to do. Okay. Check SQL in roadmap. Yeah, I know like 80% of it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the Postgres SQL is very similar to the other one. to MySQL or many SQL libraries. The only thing SQL that is different is MySQL Lite, which you usually use for, mainly you would use it for mobile applications before 5 years ago to have some local storage. So MySQL Lite supports that. Okay. So we're gonna have make an input. Okay, and we're gonna have a placeholder. Right? Let's make a placeholder, and this is going there. This is going to be text for a to-do. Alright. So what we want to do, we want to put in a value. Well, the value is going to be the to-do, the input. Actually, I should do naming capital, to be honest. And we want to say on change, we want to have a set input and a target. So, which is going to be eTarget.value. So this is called in React a controlled behavior. So you control what you can do with the input. That's basically what it is. Okay, let's see if that works. And we have an error. Okay, let's see why we have an error. To do, set to do, input. Okay, I don't see anything. Let's see why. We get an error. An error occurred in Subversive component. Type error. Cannot read properties of undefined reading value. Okay. Well, there is no text yet, right? So let's continue with the button first. So button, click here. Let's see if it renders. Okay, an error occurred in a to-do. Let's read. Okay, so the error is this. It's reading value. But I'm doing it correctly, right? Do JavaScript have error handling functions? They do, but you have to set them up. They don't come automatically out of the box. I will show you. This is what we have, or we can use like an if-else condition, and we can like throw catch as well. So you probably are familiar with some of them. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Let's read. The value is going to be the input. Yes, and on change I want to set input to the eTarget value, which targets to this one, which is the input here, which is an empty string. And it's giving me error. Why? Let's check why. Okay, we did this correctly, we did this correctly, and we did this correctly. Maybe it's because of this. I don't see it. Also, we have type checking, which it's called prop types. I'm not gonna do that for now because it's a very simple application. For me, this is correct. So, yeah, let's see. Maybe the AI differs. It's better than me, so. But there are issues. Oh, oh, really? I think I see it, but give me a second. I want to check. Okay. I know what I'm doing wrong. We first have to fire a function. I'm forgetting that sometimes. Okay. This is just syntax problems. It's not necessarily that I don't understand the content. I rarely use this. That's so these things. What I'm doing now, I usually build really complex UIs where rarely I use forms and inputs. So okay, that should be working. Okay, there's nothing. Okay, good. Let's first do the add to do. Okay, so add to do. Let's create a function first. So anonymous function add to do. Okay, the next one should have nothing. Okay, let's start. So we want to return what we already have, which is to do, and then what we want to do is grab the input. Also, if input is empty, return. And we want to set the input value to be empty. Yeah, we're forgetting syntax. Unreachable code detected. Why? Oh, because I'm returning. Okay, yeah. Great. That's not great. This is a syntax issue though. Okay, but on click, do to do add to do. The issue here is that I'm not doing this correctly. Because it doesn't exist yet, and it should be to do, and we're gonna have to set the to do for these ones. I think this is the correct syntax. Let's see. Okay, it disappears. Good. This is good. So the next thing, what we need to do is to render it. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna say to do the map, and we're gonna set an item and ID, and then you have to do it in parentheses, obviously. Okay. Start with a diff function with what's called, I'm not sure how it was called. It was called data to do item. Okay. So data to do item. Oh yeah, fragments. I forgot the fragments. Okay. I usually never type this manual, so class name diff. Okay, and the p tag is going to be the item. Okay, and I'm gonna have a button, and it's gonna say delete. And here I'm gonna have a key. It's called ID. Okay, delete I haven't done yet, but this is working. Great. Let's take a short break before we do the delete one. So let's review what we did. So we had two states. And we're gonna say if the input is empty, we want to return. What else, if we don't do this, then what we basically are doing is we keeping this. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Oh, also let's refresh. Okay. Because I'm already doing it here, I think. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this doesn't do anything. This does do anything. Oh, very interesting. Okay. So if I put this one here, let me see what happens. It stays. That's very interesting. Because this is the value. Very interesting. Okay, well, we're gonna go to the second option then. Luckily we spotted that. Okay. Let me get something to drink and then we're gonna continue. Give me a second, guys. Alright, we're back. So basically what we need to do is add a delete button and it has to recognize the ID. So the first thing that we need to do is obviously create a function. So the function is going to be delete to do we're gonna have a param called ID, okay? And then what we need to do is to do dot filter. We're gonna open up an empty parameter, and we're gonna open up the index. We're gonna have to wrap it around because we're using two ones, and then we're gonna say that the index is not the same as the ID. So then we are filtering out the ID. So let's see if that works. So we're gonna go to on click, and on that one we're gonna fire a function, and we're gonna say delete to do, and we're gonna enter the ID. I think that's how it works. Probably not. No, I have an error. Okay. Let me see what I'm doing wrong. Give me a second. Yes. ID to do. We have a duplication of ID, I think. ID. Or am I wrong? Am I wrong? Huh? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Why am I so dumb? If to do is empty, return. So I cannot add something, just right? But it does it, so. Oh, input is empty. Input is empty. Great. Okay, the delete is still not working, though. Let's see what we're doing wrong. Oh, I see. So I'm always forgetting that we are using a declarative state, so we have to say set to do and wrap around this. Okay. To do. I think that is my mistake. No. Why not? Oh, obviously. Okay. Okay. That went a bit better than expected. Sure. Okay, let's do the next exercise immediately. So we have that, and then we're gonna work on some UI stuff. So give me a second. ChatGPT. Okay. Yeah, it worked. Yeah. It was very interesting, to say the least. Let's go to this one. No, not that one. Okay. No, it's not that one. Okay. Let's try this one. Let's try to reverse engineer what's going on here. It's a search and filter list. We're gonna probably encounter this more often than a job interview, so make sure that we are prepared, right? So this file is gonna be called search filter. Okay. It's called filters list here. Whatever. We do have a warning. We're not using data anywhere. Oh, because we have to do something with this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's integrate that into our app. So which is going to be called search filter. Okay. Filtered. Oh. Yeah. Great. Okay, so what should happen when we click certain stuff is it gonna go through the array, and if it matches the key, then you should continue, else you should delete it from the list. So now I have some ideas on how to do that. But let's see what we have here. Search. And we have a use state, set search. So we have to do some matching. I have no idea how to do that. Yeah, we have to do some regex, probably. I don't have that. Right. Yeah, I don't have that here. God damn it. I cannot solve that issue because I don't have that here. Because I need a certain regex stuff. God damn it. Basically what I'm wanna do, if a certain words is identical to like the data values, right? The data values, then I want them to show them here, right? Else, you know, I just want to return, right? But I cannot do that because I don't have the regex. So I will let my great friend DeepSeek figure that out for me. Okay. I'm just gonna put it here. Let's see what it says. Oh, you can actually just use filter? Really? Or the include method? Really? You can use that? No way you can use that. There's no way, right? Oh, really? Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so you filter the item to lowercase. And it needs to include the item lowercase needs to include the search lowercase. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. Is it that easy? That's crazy. I want to explain it though. No, let's go to the MDM first. So how does that work, right? So let's go to includes array prototype. So let's read. The includes method of array instances determines whether an array includes a certain value among its entry, returning true or false as appropriate. It's crazy. But here it's all returning true or false. We don't do this here because we are passing in a parameter of the search, which is the search value to lowercase. Oh, that's amazing.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be.
Okay, let's build this app from scratch, right? Let's
I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all.
let me show how it's done. Apparently, right? I need to know this stuff from scratch. Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, so let's build out the UI. So basically, we have two things. We will have to render the list. So render the list, right? Render list, and we need to have a search bar. And let's do that first. So we will have an input, which we're gonna have a placeholder. Okay, and a placeholder is called search item. Okay, let's see. That is here. Now, the first thing that we need to do then is we need to have a target value. And I think we can use one target value for search. The search first digital algorithm came in my search boards exam. Really? That's I wish. Like I did these things like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know anything. I just built stuff. Okay. Okay, so we have a search, right? And when we're gonna have a value, but the value is obviously gonna be search, right? I should use Alt Z so you can see it better. And remove the input text. And we'll also want to have the target value, which is on change. We want to have a set search, and we want to have search, and we want to have an event, and that's gonna be target value. Take something like this. Let me see if that's true. We made it to do. Let me see if we did it the same way. No, we did it the wrong way. It's good that we check. Let's go to the search filter. We should say when you fire a function. It's just crazy. Okay. In Python, it takes a for loop. Yeah, you can use a for loop, right? I think you can also use a for loop here, and then filter it out. You're gonna match, and if it doesn't match, then that's what I've written like 5 minutes ago, right? Like I want to create something to do that, but then you need you know, the matching keys, and the matching keys I think you need regex, but I wasn't sure. Okay, set search. So this is the correct syntax. Then we want to render the list. So we're gonna say const. No, first we need a list. So const data. And we're gonna say no, we're gonna say something like cars, right? So Toyota. What is your problem? Am I this bad today? I wanna race quit. I'm tired because I already did like many concepts today. So Toyota, Volvo, um, like a Mercedes, um, Suzuki, let me see, a Bentley, I don't know, Bentley. Alright, so we have certain stuff, right? Alright, so we want to render something, right? We want to render a list. Now, how do we do that? We would filter, search, filter. Okay, and we want to render that out. So we're gonna say in the React way, search, filter, dot map. We're gonna have an item and an ID, and then we're gonna fire the function with a return JSX way of doing stuff. Then we're gonna say obviously a div, and I want to have a key with the ID. And the next one, I want to have a render the list, and the list is going to contain the data, which is the item, right? What's going on? Item is not defined. Yeah, obviously. Anyways, let's continue. We want to create a function, obviously. Think it was a function. And then we want to say that we want to filter something out. How are we going to filter it out? I think we need to use the set search, and then we're going to say search dot filter, and then we're going to say give it an item, and that is going to be two lowercase. Why do I don't have my JavaScript kinds of stuff? That means I'm having an error. Two lowercase. And then you can say items is gonna match, should match I'm lost. God damn it, this is hard. Item to lowercase. You wanna say item yeah. Oh, because what am I doing? Let me see. Search filter. I need two things to compare with. That's why. So I need to have and an index, I think. Nah, I'm completely lost. I give up because we were almost there though. Okay, what did I do wrong? Let's see. Why am I so stupid? Where did you learn JavaScript? That was a long time ago. Oh, where did I learn JavaScript? In school. It wasn't too good though. We had like 2 weeks to learn JavaScript, and then we need to do other stuff with it. But what we did, we made a CRUD app, CRUD app, and we called it a day. And basically, I've been using JavaScript on the UI. You're gonna see it soon that I look like I'm some kind of dumb fuck, but like in 10 minutes, when we're gonna build out the UI, suddenly you can see what the hell is going on. So yeah, it is how it is. That's why I'm practicing, right? Because when you're in school, you're sharp. You're doing DSA, you're doing SQL, but in real life, you're just fixing certain stuff. You're not necessarily, well, it depends where you work, right? So, yeah. Second. God damn it. Okay, so data filter. You have an item, and you say item to load place includes search to load place. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, it's gonna say data, but filter. It's gonna say item, and then which is an arrow function, right? Like I'm doubting myself now. Yeah, okay. We're gonna say item got two. Oh, okay. Lowercase includes, and we lost it again. Yeah, we're doing it wrong again because we need to invoke. Is that really true? Have we used that two lowercase? Yeah, it's an invoke function. Okay. Yeah, includes search to lowercase. Well, what I did not understand that it's not doing that automatically. Okay. Okay. Where did you learn Python in school? Where? That's what it's saying. Damn it, bro. Oh, I see what's going on here. Yeah. Why am I doing that? Okay. Is that correct? The hell's that? Yeah, 90% from books, yeah. I'm not sure why it's not working. Let me compare. What the hell is doing that here? Terrible. Oh. This is why I should not do late night studying, bro. Let me do it again. Flooded map. Double. Okay. I think that is it. Is that it? No, it's not. So instead of these ones, it's using this one. Is it solved? It's still not solved. Because it's forgetting this one. God damn it. Okay. Okay, it's working though. Okay, what do I think about this? Okay. I think I don't understand the filter property enough. Let's recreate that, right? So instead of that, we're gonna say iron.length should be bigger than 6. Okay, let's see if that works. So, and what is this? Why am I giving me an error? Yeah. So let's see. Let's go here. So yeah, that makes sense because these are taller. Okay. The callback can have side effects. debug function. Okay. Okay. So basically a filter, like you said previously that this to do, you would use a for loop, right? Could you write this in plain JavaScript and instead of filter use a loop? Let's see. Yeah, makes sense. So I just start with an empty array, you know, it should be smaller than 2 length, and say if it's not equal, then you push. Yeah. Okay. Sure. So this is something that you made in school then, I assume. I can't remember making this. It's so long ago. I'm happy that I'm practicing because it will be an embarrassing show uh, if I do the interviews. So, okay. I think that was good. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Why is it not opening? Okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make this website better. That's what we're gonna do. And I already have some ideas. So I saw this amazing let me see. Let's go here, let's go to Aural. And let's go to my media, not my media, let's go to likes. And I saw this amazing stuff. So I definitely want to have this. So this is the first thing. Let me actually copy the image. Copy image. Let's type assets here. Assets. And this is going to be very huge. It's going to be like 400 assets. Okay. So alright. I'm still in school. Final results aren't out yet. Oh, okay. So you just recently did the exam? Is that what you're saying? Okay, let me close this off. So how can I save this? Describe geniuses. View and edit. Blend. Create a seamless loop of this video. Let's go here. And let's go to the application. Storage. Performance. Editor. Debugger. Inspector. What do we have more? What are options? So split code. Settings. Local storage, inbox DB, cache storage. Maybe I should explain what I'm doing. So basically, I'm looking for this image to save, because sometimes you cannot save the image. And let me explain what all these things are as well. So in JavaScript, in the DOM, which is actually the tree that displays, so how the website displays, you have certain things that you can save. You can save a cache, you can save cookies, you can save an index as database. So this is just a database put in the browser. This is not an actual SQL database. You have local storage, so these are preferences. So when you click away and later you come back, it can remember like if you use a light theme or a dark theme or certain settings. And the session storage is the storage what we have now. As soon as I click away, that session is gone. Okay. Let's inspect this one. Let me see where it is. Okay, there's a video here. Okay, this is the video. Let me see if I can open it outside or if it's protected. It's protected. Okay. But this is what I want to save, right? I want to save this video. Let me see if I can do that somewhere. I don't see it though. Usually it should be in the application, but it seems like that ChatGPT is protecting that. Oh, okay. When I click on them, they are here. Oh no? No, they're not. Service work is something else. I'm not gonna explain that. I don't see it. Where is it? See CSS. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look it up. How to save video from Sora. Screen recording. Okay, so they don't want you to save it. That's what they're basically saying. Sora video downloader. Okay, that's why I was struggling. I'm very not prone to do this, so. Wanda built an MP3 music player with visualizer, sing just HTML, CSS, and Python. I don't have time, unfortunately, because I have to build a project for Friday for the interview, and I have like 3 projects lined up and my company lined up, so I don't have time for projects that are not catered to real life, if you know what I mean. So if you want to build like a serious project, yeah, sure, but that is something I cannot do now, unfortunately. What I'm trying to say is that I do not have time to build that project, and what I would do instead, Hyperion Gaming X, I would go to same.dev and you would make an account. I should actually check this one out. And then you would say make a Spotify like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It's free. You can use it. It makes like MP3 playing use JavaScript. And what you then would do is you can download that code. You can start it up, and then you can use your Python. So this is my recommendation to do that. Let's go to Zendaya.com. Zendaya.com. It's not that huge. It's not too complicated. It's very hard to read, to be honest. Okay. Why would anyone want to copy that? No problem, Hyperion. If you need any help with that, please let me know. I will help you. So yeah, our problem now is that we cannot download any video, but can we download our own videos? Is that a possibility? Yes. So what if we remix a video? Let's see. So remix. No, not remix. Okay. Maybe. So what if we do that? Pre-shortened duration. Okay. Based on the duration selected, some of your actions will be removed. I don't understand it, bro. I just want to have this video. I have to think about it. Oh, it's gone? Why did it stop? This is pretty annoying of Sora. Okay. How to... Wait, can we use the link somewhere else? Because this is gonna be our landing page, that's why. Screen record, yeah, no, I need some quality, bro. Choose your username. Hello. 56H. Whatever. Okay, we're gonna do it differently. We're gonna go to the application here. Okay, it says it has an image. CSS storage. There are tokens here. Okay. What if I do this? Oh, it gives you a frame. Okay. How to download Aural videos. Let's go to Reddit first before I'm going to install some kind of weird stuff. Reddit, how to download Aural videos. I see all these people downloading this stuff. Why can I not download it? Install the app. Nah, bro. Oh, this is gonna be a headache to actually look forward to it. Maybe I should use some AI for this. Maybe. Okay, I have an idea. So let's go here. Inspect. Okay, copy element, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to DeepSeek. I'm gonna say I want to download to make a script that can download this video. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not gonna use Python. It has to be in the browser, from browser. I'm not gonna use Python for this. I don't even have Python installed. Okay. Hate is gonna hate. Oh, there's a lot of I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, it did work. Okay. Thanks, bro. Alright. That will work fine. Right? Is he? I'm not complaining. Thank you, DeepSeek. Like ChatGPT would like say no. It's too good to be true, bro. Alright, now that we have that one, I'll probably get banned. So I shouldn't stay too long on this app, so let me see. Okay, great. We had multiple ones. I'm not gonna download them now, obviously. I just wanna check which one I've saved for now. Okay. Great. We have the image. And let's include the image here. That's what we did. Okay. So the second thing what I want to do here, we want to have this map, and we're gonna ask ChatGPT if it can generate a 3D version of that. So I'm gonna download this map. Yeah, let's go to ChatGPT. Let's create a new one. Could you create a small 3D map of this as an image? As an image without the list. Okay, just gonna let's see. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay. And meanwhile, we're gonna check this thing again, and we're gonna think about what do we need here in order to succeed, right? So the first thing what I'm going to do, I'm gonna make this background. No, I don't need to do that. I'm gonna copy that image. Like we're designing now, right? So we're designing now. And in this design, we wanna create a little bit of a filter. So let me see if I have the right one. Not yet. Okay. We're gonna create a certain filter above it. Let's see if we can get away with doing this, or no. Okay, we really need to create a filter on top of it. Okay, and let's rename it first. So we're gonna say hero image, and let's put it in a frame. Let's see, frame selection. Okay, hero equal to hero. We're gonna open that and we're gonna create a frame on top of it. Let's actually lock the image. And this frame is gonna have a fill. We're gonna say it's black, and we're gonna say like a 10% filter, something like that. Is it significant? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's pretty significant, right? Let's do 5%, maybe 10%. We'll see. Okay, that's the first thing that we did. The second thing what we're gonna do here is we have this grid column with our red, which I'm gonna make more visible, like 50%, and we're gonna make it blue. Let's do 30% maybe. So now we know what we're doing. The second thing what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a navigation. So let's do that. We have to properly name this filter. Let's also put this within another frame. It's called hero. Hero section. We're gonna create a new frame again. Yes, again. Gonna put it here. And this is called header. Let's put it here. We're gonna empty the fill, and we have to think about how big this actually is. Let's do the fill for a second. Okay. Okay. So we are at the top. Let's also. Why is the header in the filter? Okay, let's lock it. Okay. Great. Now we are at position 72 of the X. That's okay. And what we want to do is we want to also do 72 here. No, that's too big, but that's because of this one. We have a height of 100. We don't want to have that. We want to maybe have a height of like 60 or something. 60. And we want to drag that out all the way here. Okay. There's no Aural layout yet. It will come. Give it time. I actually think it's too big, but we'll see later. And with this is 392, that's okay. I wanna lock this lock aspect ratio. Great. Let's get some radius in, maybe like 48. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Now I think 72 was a bit too much. Below, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna see how it looks. Let's see. Okay, so the first thing that we can notice is that it should be more on top. Okay, definitely. So we are at 72. Let's make that 48. Let's see how it looks. I would even differ. Why is it actually so blocky? Let me see. Desktop. Yeah, that's because of the. Yeah, okay, no worries. I'm not gonna worry. Should I worry about it? Let me think about it. Yeah, let's convert that right now, because later on we will get some issues. So we're gonna use a new dimension. A and that dimension is going to be let me check. Let me actually change the music first. Give me a second, guys. Great. We want to have like a laptop vibe kinds of stuff going on. So 1512 by 982. Okay, that's what we want to do. 1512 by 982. Okay, so we have to move certain stuff. That's okay. Okay, let's see how it looks. Obviously I have to drag the filter out a bit. So let's go to the filter and let it match. It should match something like this. Oh, I can do just here 1313 by 987 or something. What was it? Sorry, I have to do some small corrections here. Filter. Great. Mirror image. Alright. Great. Where did we go? We're gonna create something like this. Now, we want to create like extending huge, right? We want to want it to be there. So we're gonna use a certain type of letters to really stand out. So let's do that. Let's create a new text and let's type, and it's called Keukenhof. Okay, which gives me a huge error because it does have a fill, but I don't see it. Okay, I want to get it out first. So, okay. So this letter type is very bad, right? Let's be honest here. We want to have something unique, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, I really like this letter type. Let's see if we can get this letter type or create our own. Should we maybe create our own? No, that's too much to ask for an UX project. So, okay, by the way, when you're seeing this, this is not the recommended way of wireframing. I already know what I want, so I'm skipping certain steps. So I'm thinking, what kind of types should I use, right? There's so many things I can do, right? Ooh, that Emilia already has a huge hit. I think that is it already. Okay, I don't like the coloring, so I'm gonna make it a bit something like that, right? So let's save some types, right? Maybe I can make it like a little bit smaller, like 382 or something. Okay. I want to have it somewhere in the middle. Okay. So does it has a capital letter K? It does. Okay. So if you don't know what the Keukenhof is, the Keukenhof is a, it's called the Garden of Europe. It's located in my country where you can visit the spring. It's a very cool place to visit if you ever decide to visit the Netherlands. Now, we want to do something with this, right? We want to create like a flowery, those kinds of stuff. But first, let's save the color. Text. Bad beige. Beige, I don't know. So that one exists. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this for this one, but definitely for this one. Okay. Now, I want to shorten this a bit. Let me see. Okay, let me. Something like this. And I want to say 60 again. Let's shorten it a bit more. Something like that. Oh, I've locked an aspect ratio. We need to think about what I'm doing here, because I wanted to try making a mobile navigation, but it doesn't make any sense. So let's go to navbar gallery and do some inspiration for that. So okay, I have an idea. But do I want to apply this? Let's do a little bit more research. Can I get away without? I don't think I should do that. Let's look at the original side first before I'm gonna get ahead of myself. No, I can get away with that. Yeah, I can get away with that. So, that's what we're gonna do. So instead of having this only pill here, we're gonna put it out. And put it as an asset. And we're gonna paste the Keukenhof in that. Okay, be careful now. So let's make it a bit 24. Okay, let's make it adjust the height to 50. Let's see. What if you make it red? Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, red is not the solution. Let's just put it like this. Right, I'm gonna create it. Call this nav. Let's just put it. And it had a height of 56. No, the location was 56. Okay, great. So that's the first one. Let's create a second one. Okay, let's create some black bars. Yeah, black bar. And actually, let's do a corner radius of 4. So this one. Oh, should I make it bigger? The height of 2. Why do you want to have a height of 2? Is that not allowed or something? Okay, great. Okay, it's like a menu, right? So menu. Some advanced stuff. Okay, great. Come on now. Okay, great. Now I only need to put it back a bit. Great. See how it looks. Okay. So the rest of the links, what I want to do is what I do of the rest of the links. Let me see. So we obviously want to have the order tickets one. So let's make one. Okay. So let's go into the frame. Let's create that. Okay. I'm not sure how big it is, but we'll figure that out. 24. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch that width all the way to 300. definitely 200, something like that. We can create it white though, we'll see. So a basis is that we also use this page. And then we're gonna say create like the tickets, right? The tickets, kinds of stuff. Right? I'm just gonna give a like a reference, just not gonna be anything serious for now. Right. And then it's gonna say order now. It's way too huge. Okay, it's gonna be like 18, and I lost it. Don't know where it is. Okay, it's here. Order now, and that's gonna be another. I'm gonna use open sense. So open sense. Let me see. Order now. And let's create a text to semi-bold. But I wanted this button to stand out a bit, but that's gonna be a little bit for later. Let's go to this one and let's have a stroke, and the stroke is going to be this one, which is multiple person like 5. Not sure about this, but it's just gonna be it's gonna be here. Something like that, right? Okay. And we also need like translation. So we're gonna duplicate this one. We're gonna create a spacing soon, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay. I actually should have copied this one. Okay. Let's center it. No, let's do it somewhere here, and then shrink it. Ooh, I do not like the okay, I do not like the stroke at all. So let's actually create some kind of Aural chevron. Damn it. We've totally forgot about the ChatGPT kinds of stuff. Does it look anything? Which response to okay, great. That didn't look too bad though. Great. So we were struggling with the translation part. I'm thinking what kind of good of contrast would this be. Let's work on a mobile one. Okay. So this one we're gonna crop. Not sure if it's possible in yeah, can I crop like this? No. How about this? Oh, yes. And now we should create a smaller image. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Nah, that's way too, okay, so let's do, 24. Okay. So there was additional information. So here it says they're still open. Okay. So how am I gonna create something so stunning how I'm gonna create such stunning let's see what kind of colors we have. We have like red. Okay. So I want to create some kind of button that is visible enough that says like we are open. So I'm gonna create something like that. I don't know, like 600 is okay. 600 is okay. Let's do like tube like. Okay. And then we could argue that we are open, but we have to think about the use case of sorry about that. Yeah, we should just create an arrow and let's create some big text. And here we should create like a circle or something. I don't know, like 30 by 30. Right? And it's gonna also be like rounded. Okay, this is going to be greenish like. Okay, and it's gonna have okay, we're open, and let me worry about the stroke a bit. It's gonna be outside. It's gonna be like 12. No, this 12 is way too much. 8. How about 6? Okay. And I wanted to have some kind of fading, so let's do this and not linear, radial. And it's gonna be like the same color. This is this one. Yeah, and then delete that one. But I want to fade out. Something like that. And then I want to have some kind of like arrow or something, right? I don't know how to make an arrow in Figma, but it's gonna be like this arrow, right? Something like that, right? This is like this is like a CTA. It's way too big. I created it way too big. So let's do a half actually. 125. And instead of 30, it's gonna be like 16. And 54 is gonna be like 22. I'm not sure where the arrow is. That one is gone. Okay, whatever. Now I would actually do something like this. And then okay, great. Something like that. I'm just gonna see how it looks. Okay. We have 3 minutes left. Is this something that we wanna do? Obviously, we want to adjust the width and kinds of stuff. So let's make this one 175, and this one like 50. And this text is gonna be like 18. Okay. There's certain web standards, but I'm not focusing on them right now. I should make this smaller. Let's see. Okay, we came pretty much close. I think this is very good for a landing page, right? I'm not gonna lie, I really like the effect, so let's let's restore this to the original size. So 382. Maybe we should do it a bit smaller, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, I'm not disappointed for this. So yeah, we did 2 extra practices. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT did. Okay, ChatGPT does not understand how complex this actually is. It has trouble making this complexity. I don't like this diagonal angle, to be honest. But anyways, I think representation is pretty good. Let's go to the sitemap again. Okay, I think that is it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make a 6 on today in 7 years, and I will see you until the next one.